Hello future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is a video in hydraulics, and these are past licensure exam in civil engineering, and the problems are in hydraulics. I hope that through this video your preparations for your respective board exams, especially civil engineering, will be that intense and great so that you can pass in your licensure exams. And in each part, I always have this extra problem for you to supposedly solve, but I still present the solution to this. So here is the first question. Name methods of measuring stream flow. So there are many ways, but the most common ones are using the where formulas. We have using the price current meter from your hydrographic survey in surveying price current meter and using wear formulas and open channel discharge formulas. So price current meter, wear formulas, and open channel formulas. Then number two, what is the measurement of the amount of oxygen required to stabilize the waste completely? We call it chemical oxygen demand. Then number three, what are the principal impurities found in water? These are ionic and dissolved, non-ionic and dissolved, and gases. This question might again come out in your board exam. This topic would be in water resource engineering or hydrology. These questions here. Then number four, the bottom width of a canal is 4 meters and the slope of the sides is 2 horizontal to 1 vertical. If the depth of flow is 1.25 meter, find the hydraulic mean depth. The question was really find the hydraulic radius, and I used the alternate term because you might encounter this and may not recognize that hydraulic mean depth is also the hydraulic radius. Then for the solution, let's have the cross section. Remember the hydraulic mean depth is also hydraulic radius. So it is area over perimeter, wetted perimeter. So from the figure, this is the bottom width of the base, which is 4. Slope is 2 horizontal to 1 vertical, and I'll call this part X. That's also X. The depth of flow is 1.25 meter. So therefore, by similar triangles, X as to 2 equals 1.25 as to 1. That's the definition of hydraulic mean depth or hydraulic radius. So X as to 2 equals 1.25 as to 1. So X is 2.5 meters. The top width therefore is 4 plus 2 times 2.5, so 9 meters. Area is 1 half of 9 plus 4 times 1.25. So it is 8.125 square meters. The wetted perimeter is 4 times the length of this slanted side, which is square root of x squared plus 1.25 square. So 4 plus 2 times square root of x squared, 2.5 square plus 1.25 square. So it is 9.59 meters. We can now compute the hydraulic radius area 8.125 over wetted perimeter 9.590. So the hydraulic radius is 0.8472 meters. Number 5, a spillway controls a reservoir 4.6 hectares in area. The permanent crest is at elevation 75 meters. Water can be drawn from elevation 76.5 meters to elevation 75.5 meters in 42 minutes. So find the length of the spillway in meters. Use the Francis formula. The discharge formula for uh, so this is assumed to be a suppressed uh, rectangular weir. So suppressed weir using the Francis formula is 1.84 length head to the three hubs. So the outflow is through the or over the weir, 1.4 LH to the three hubs, and the general formula for the time for the water surface to drop from initial to final is integral of area S dH over outflow, which is using the discharge formula for suppressed rectangular weir. Limits would be from initial to final, but because it is negative, so it is time equals integral of area S. Let's have the figure first. Area S remains constant for a drop in depth of, let us say, 1 meter or even 2 meters, though area S may be considered constant because this is very large compared to the drop in the depth. So 4.6 hectares is 46,000 hectares because 1 hectare is 10,000 square meters, 100 by 100 meters. That's the idea. This is the figure. This is the original level of water at elevation 76.5 meters, and the final level is at elevation 75.5 meter. This is the elevation of the crest. This is the crest, 75 meters. So time equals integral from HF to HI of area SDH of 1.84 LH to the three hubs. So this is the result for falling head, originally HI to HF, but we interchange limits because this is supposedly negative in the denominator. So it becomes integral from HF to HI area SDH over 1.34 LH to the three hubs. Formula, Francis formula for discharge over a rectangular suppressed weir. So area S is constant, 1.84 L constant. So we'll just evaluate the integral of H to the three hubs, which is H to the negative three hubs rather, which is H to the negative 1/2 over negative 1/2. So that's negative 2 area S. Then from H to the negative 1/2 from HF to HI over 1.84 L. So substituting limits. So time is 42 minutes. We convert that to seconds. So 42 times 60 then equals negative 2 times 46,000 quantity 1.5 to the negative 0.5 because the initial head from the crest is 76.5 minus 75, so 1.5. That's the initial head. The final head when the water level drops to elevation 75.5 is 75.5 minus 75, so 0.5. So minus 0.5 to the negative 0.5 all over 1.84 L. So using your calculator, we can now solve for L, and L is equal to 11.86 meters. So for the extra questions or problems, these are also past civil engineer licensure board exams. So part A, find the width in meters of the channel at the back of a suppressed weir using the following data. Big H, 28.5 centimeters, depth 2.4, depth of water in the channel 2.485 meters, Q 0.84 cubic meters per second. Consider the velocity of approach and use the Francis formula. Then part B, if 5.5 cubic meters of oil weighs 46,800 newtons, calculate its density in kilogram per cubic meter. So for the um, first part, the discharge formula considering velocity of approach is Q equals, using Francis formula, 1.84 L quantity big head H plus 8 sub V to the 3 halves minus 8 sub V to the 3 halves, where 8 sub V is equal to the velocity head of flow, which is V sub A, velocity of approach, square over 2G. Now, what is V sub A? V sub A is discharge over the weir or over the weir or in the channel, because by continuity equation, the discharge is the same, divided by the cross-sectional area of the channel. The cross-sectional area of the channel is the base width of the channel times the depth of flow, 2.485. So V sub A equals 0.84 divided by BD. B is also the length of the crest because the weir is suppressed. When the weir is suppressed, there's no construction involved. So there's no contraction involved. So that means the length of the crest of the weir is also the width of the uh, channel, open channel. So substitute B equals L. So V sub A equals 0.84 divided by L times 2.485. So substitute here. So 8 sub V equals 0.84 over 2.485 L quantity square over 19.62. Simplifying, that's 0.005824 over L square. We then substitute into that formula there. So 0.84 equals 1.84 L, quantity point H is 0.285 meter plus 0.005824 over L square, 8 sub V, quantity to the 3 halves minus 0.005824 over L square raised to 3 halves. So there's no other way to solve this. We cannot simplify this, and we lead to an expression that is easy to solve for L, but rather by trial and error. But since you have your high-tech calculator, which will find the value of L by shift solve, then do that. Solving for L is equal to 2.991 meter. So that's it for that part A. Then, if 5.6 cubic meters of oil weighs 46,800 newtons, calculate its density. Weight is equal to mass times G, and mass is density times volume. Density in kilogram per cubic meter times volume. The volume is given. So weight equals mg, and mass is density times volume, then times G. G is 9.81, of course. So density unknown, weight is 46,800, volume is known, then G is a constant, 9.81 meters per second squared, then we can compute the density. So 46,800 newtons equals density volume G. Solving for density, density is 851.9 kilograms per cubic meter. So that's it for this video.